Today we're going to be talking about the best shoes for back pain. This is Dr. Andrea Pritchett NUCCA Chiropractor in Dublin. If you have low back pain, you're going to want to stay away from high heels. If you are up on your heels, you actually reduce that lumbar curve and it causes more pressure into the lower back and can cause pain. So do avoid the high heels. The other consideration with heels is that it puts pressure on your toes. So flats or relatively flat shoes are going to be a very good idea. The next thing I want to say is that there are two schools of thought. You have the school of thought that says you need flexible shoes, really good natural movement within your feet, and so barefoot or very minimalistic type shoes are going to be recommended. That is one school of thought. The other school of thought says that if you have arch support, you're going to really be able to support the arch so that that arch doesn't break down over months and years of use. And so some people do have really high arches and they want to be able to protect that and support that arch over time. Pros and cons to each school of thought, but I will say for sure that you're going to want movement within your shoe. So this shoe is very stiff. If you hold a shoe up and you press on the front and the back, it should be flexible. This one does not. So this shoe does move. It bends right where your foot bends. So this is a good thing to look at. If it bent in the middle, then I would put it back and I wouldn't actually even bother to try it on. The next thing I do before trying on shoes is I look at the bottom of the shoe to see what shape it is and does it match the shape of my foot. So if your foot is more banana shaped or if your foot has a really narrow ball, those are the things to pay attention to, or a really wide ball. What does your foot look like? You want your shoe to match your foot. You don't want your foot to try to adapt to the shape of your shoe. So if you are going to be supporting your feet with an arch support, I definitely recommend one that is flexible. So keep that in mind. Something that's also going to have movement. You do need proper movement within your foot, and you may choose to have more arch support. Expensive shoes don't necessarily matter because some of the expensive shoes actually do bend in the middle and some of them aren't going to fit your foot. So you are going to want to rotate your shoes, give your feet a break, give them different shoes and different days, and let your shoes also be able to air out and have some time to kind of recover from use. All of that is kind of some basics on shoe.